because the Champions League is the pinnacle of top football anywhere around the world. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with the A team. I'm here with John to talk about the Champions League today. Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, football maniacs. Welcome to another exciting show. Champions League football is back, and we can't wait.
Champions League football is back. I remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. I will read your comments live here in the studio. Before we move on to Champions League, one FA Cup was played yesterday, and Nottingham Forest beat Ipswich Town on penalties after that game ended 1-1 in regulation. 120 minutes, it went to penalty, and Nottingham Forest in the next round of that competition. It wasn't expected because both of them are Premier League side, but Nottingham Forest have done well this season, and they are in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. Good game, even though it was 1-1, but on penalties is game of luck. They won that game on penalties 5-4.
Yeah, it's a game of luck, but you have to give credit to who credit is due. Ipswich goalkeeper, fantastic one there for the team, coming up with some of those saves to ensure that the side go through. You have
Forest actually.
Yeah, Forest. I meant he what's his name now? Kept that final spot kick to make sure that they went through. And then you also have to give credit to the other guys who are stepping up to take the penalties. Of course, you have to give credit to Chris Wood after 100 and how many minutes for them to be able to still have the composure and the focus to be able to score. You have to credit Chris Wood, Gibbs White, Anderson, Williams, and Odoi. And on the other side, Liam Delap also getting on the score sheet in terms of the penalty kick out. It's unfortunate that it's Taylor that missed his penalty, and could have gone on for, let me say, 4 or 2 rounds of penalties before they were separated. But good game all the same.
Good game. So Nottingham Forest are in the next round of the FA Cup. Let's see if they are going to somehow, this their magical season, they can probably crown it with the FA Cup. It's possible. They are still in condition of top 4. They are in the next round of the FA Cup. Good result for them. Okay, before we move on to Champions League, something is happening at Serie A. Juventus winning Verona. The funny thing is we have been actually criticizing Juventus because they have so many draws in their league.
In the Serie
But
A, yeah.
if you now look at these draws, it's beginning to make sense. They are 4th on the table, just 6 points behind Inter Milan. Like play, these people might actually do something and win it. Because I was looking at the table yesterday, I was shocked because they were off. At some point, they were 7th or 8th on the table. And I was wondering, these people cannot even challenge for the league. Suddenly, they are winning 5 games in a row. They won 5 games. Yes, they bought Muani, which is helping them. They won 5 games in a row. Now, they are just 6 points behind Inter Milan. Like play is serious. These people might actually challenge for this league and win it.
Personally, I don't think they're going to win the league, but good one for them. They finally woken up and they are back, chasing games. I said it that once they signed Randa Kolomwani, that we saw them get more wins. We saw, the team have more bite in the attacking department. Let's not forget that Kefren Turam is also in the mix as well. And then, they are starting to find a type of rhythm in the way they play. And we saw it yesterday against this team. They were able to score 2 late goals, albeit late, but a win is a win and 3 points is in the bag. And they keep pushing now for that Champions League spot.
Not even I'm talking about them winning the league.
They are not going to win the league.
Why?
I'm saying that
Why
they are
not going
to win the league. Simple and short.
Check it now. All right, check it. 6 points.
It's 6 points.
It does not need to be
granted.
Inter probably in one of those rounds of game that is remaining. Look at the form. If you look at their form, if you look at it, they have won 5 in a row. Inter have lost 2, drawn 1, and won 2 in last 5 games. Napoli have won in last 5 games, have drawn 4 and lost 1.
Yes.
So the most informed team in Serie A now is Juventus. 1-5
now, right?
Yes, now.
When the season started, Inter had a perfect run of games.
Yes.
It's not about in the last 5 games who is in the better form. It's about who has put in the result over since the beginning of the season up to this point. Juventus have been drawing here and there's suffering 1 or 2
13 draws actually. Just 1
and
defeat.
Now they are finally woken up. For me, it's going to take something miraculous for Inter Milan not to win this Serie A. But then if Juventus pull it off, it's going to be something a little bit short of a miracle.
Exactly, because when they were in this conversation, that they were about 12 points ahead Napoli was about 12 points ahead of them at some point. Now they have closed that gap because in the last 5 games, Napoli has drawn 4 and lost 1. Inter in the last 5 games have won 2, lost 2, and drawn 1. Atlanta have drawn 3 and lost 2. Only them have won 5 in a row in the last 5 games in this year. So let's see how it will pan out. It's going to be a good battle. Who is going to win this Serie A? Because the way Juventus are started playing now, they are winning games everywhere. Okay, let's dive into the Champions League proper. Today, the Champions League is back, and I'm going to give you the fixtures for today's, and we'll talk about all of them. Club Brugge is going to play first against Aston Villa by 15 minutes to 7. That's 18:45. 15 minutes to 7. That's only the first game for today's Champions League. The other 3 games is happening 9 p.m. Real Madrid is going to host Atletico Madrid at the Santiago. PSV will play Arsenal. Borussia Dortmund will play Lille in the last game of the Champions League. Okay, if you look at this game, let's start with the first game, which is going to play Aston Villa. Everybody is expecting Aston Villa to win. But Club Brugge have pulled the surprise in this Champions League. If you look at how they have won, even the last round they won, they somehow qualify, and they are in this round, show that they is on merit. I believe Champions League is on merit. You know, last season we are talking about Borussia Dortmund reaching the finals. Did they merit it or not? But if you are there, actually you by merit. So Club Brugge is here is by merit. They are playing Aston Villa. Aston Villa are a good side. They bought Rashford, Asensio. Their coach is good, Emery. I think they have won about 3 Europa Leagues. So he's a good coach, and he has transformed this Aston Villa side from a relegation battle side. I think Steven Gerrard almost dragged them to the relegation battle till he took over. Now he has built this Aston Villa side to be a big club or a huge club. They have won the Champions League before. Now they are playing Club Brugge. What do you expect to happen in this game?
You know, normally you have to give Club Brugge their credit, and you also have to give them, you know, a pinch of luck because of the games they've had to play. And when you have to, you know, finish in the table, and then you get drawn against an opponent in the knockout stages, it's not always a good, pretty thing to see. But they've made it through, and they are playing Aston Villa. Aston Villa, in their own right, are going to feel like this is an opportunity to, you know, finish as high as they can in the Champions League. Everything is still on the cards. They can qualify to the quarterfinals by seeing off Club Brugge here. You know, you also have to understand the fact that they have the firepower in their side to get the results. It's going to come down to, at the bottom line, at the end of the day, who wants it more and who has the capacity to go the extra mile. Because Club Brugge, if you saw their encounter in their previous round of games, it was not something you would say, okay, they are out of the competition. Yeah, they made it through nonetheless. And so it's going to be a tough game today.
It's round of 16. If you look at both teams, our Nigeria is going to be playing for Club Brugge today. I don't know if it's going to be starting or not, but I think that Emery has done well with Aston Villa. If you look at it in general perspective, Aston Villa fans probably in 3 years ago would not have believed that they are going to be playing a round of 16 of the Champions League as at now. But he dragged these guys, and if you look at the smart signings he's made, we are talking about the general signings he made. This sold Duran for £60 million and brought in good players, Rashford and Asensio. I think he has built a good team for himself.
Yeah, like I said, he has a net positive profit for January of about £65 million because of the quality of businesses done. And then a couple of those players brought in were actually on loan. None of them were actually paid for. I'm hearing that there are talks already between Aston Villa and Rashford team to see if they can trigger the £40 million at the end of the summer, you know, at the end of the season. So good business all around. And he has his, like I said, you know, when it was just John Duran and Watkins up front, the load was always on one of the two of them. But now you have Asensio scoring too. You have Rashford assisting as well. You have other people in the side. Talk about the Morgan guy scoring as well, and a couple of other players in the setup. So he has the squad now, has squad depth. This is the same squad that used to finish lower in the Premier League, because a lot of the players brought in are still playing at the club. A lot of the players that are at the club haven't been sold or let go. They are still there, and there's a fine mix of new talent and then the core dressing room. So he has a good selection of squad right now. The question is now going to be in this encounter, how is he going to break down the Club Brugge defense? Because let's not forget that this is the same team that saw off a contender in the knockout stages.
Atlanta, yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's see what happens in today's game. But final question: do you think that Rashford should start today?
What's
He
he
need
what
to test
like?
this Champions League.
What's he doing on the bench?
He
He should
never
be
test
starting.
them. He should be
He
starting.
should be starting, of course.
So
Yes.
you are thinking Rashford, Asensio, Watkins, and who? Maybe Rogers.
Just what? Yes. That makes the setup complete.
It's going to be an interesting game to see who wins in today's game. Is Club Brugge versus Aston Villa in the first leg of the Champions League. Okay, let's move on to the 9 p.m. games. It's Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. It's going to be a Madrid derby. You know, when they won that last round against Man City, the Real Madrid players was asked, "Who do you prefer? You prefer to play by Leverkusen or Atletico Madrid?" Most of them chose Atletico Madrid, chose that they will not travel. All of them are in the same city, so no traveling, just like trek from your stadium to their stadium and trek back. So both of them are playing. When these two teams are playing, you don't know what to expect. You don't know the kind of, especially Atletico Madrid, you don't know the kind of Atletico Madrid you will see. Are you going to see the defensive Atletico Madrid, or are you going to see an attacking Atletico Madrid? But against Real Madrid, their boys are back. Everybody is back. Valverde is back from injury after missing the last game. If you look at this game, this Milan derby, what do you think will happen? Because truthfully, Champions League games and league games are different.
Of course.
And we all know that Real Madrid are a different beast when it comes to Champions League. But in this game, do you think that Atletico can pull up a surprise away from home?
You know, this is a Madrid derby. In a certain light, this is the game between the two sides of the club, the rich side, the upper class of the Madrid.
Atletico get money now.
And then I'm coming now. You know, if you don't know history, you don't know who you are. So this is the fight between the upper class of the society and then the blue collar side of the society. The difference now is that finances have turned around and Atletico Madrid are now as capable, if not more capable, since they moved to the new stadium, the Wanda Metropolitano. And then, you also have to talk about the infusion of the Fernando Torres in the backroom staff of Diego Simeone. We've seen the likes of the Atletico Madrid going to go and get some attacking players in the signing of Julian Alvarez, Solot from Villarreal.
Villarreal, yes. Villarreal.
And then a couple, you have the Conor Gallagher as well, and a couple of other players. You now mix that in with Griezmann. For me, I think Atletico Madrid have what it takes
to win this game.
They have what it takes. It's not. They are still at home. This is Madrid. They are not traveling to Spain, or you say jet lag, or you are not traveling. You are just strolling down the road to the opponent's stadium. It's going to be a tough game, because of all the things we've already highlighted and alluded to, which is that Real Madrid are looking to win yet another Champions League. But like I said, and I've reiterated a couple of times this season, that Real Madrid still have a liability in defense.
In defense, Alaba is back.
Alaba is back. They conceded in their last game, yes or no?
They did. They lost. They lost.
So that's what I'm saying, is that if you have the players in the side that can take advantage of the Real Madrid defense, Alaba is back. Yes, I would have started Asensio over him. He's back. There's still going to be that need for him and the other guy to bond and adjust to each other and then play the way they used to before the injury happened. And then while that is happening, it could take maybe 1 game or 2 games or 3 games. While that is still up in the air, there's an opportunity for pacey players to bear down that defense and create an opportunity for themselves.
Bellingham will be back after missing. He's going to miss a couple of games because of the record in the La Liga. So hopefully he's going to play this Champions League game. Now we're talking about Jude, Vinicius, and Mbappe. They have enough threat. Real Madrid now have enough threat to destroy any defense in the whole world. But the question sometimes, if you look at their last game, you see, I don't know if because they missed Jude in the last game, that they didn't actually gel well. Now, these 3 guys, what do you think will happen? What do you think? Do you think that they can break that? Because Atletico is known for their defense. Do you think that they have enough ginger to actually score a goal and win this game for Real Madrid?
In the last game against Betis, where they lost 2-1, you had the Vini, you had the Mbappe, you had the Rodrigo, but these 3 guys were unproductive at the end of the day because the main man, the maestro in the midfield, Bellingham, was missing. I think Real Madrid have not yet discovered how to cope as a team going forward in the attacking press without having the presence of a Jude Bellingham or Valverde in that midfield, because Valverde and Bellingham, there's something they do to that midfield. They add an extra dimension to the midfield. And so in this encounter, I'm going to see Real Madrid again line up the way they usually line up, with Bellingham this time around. It may not be Bellingham scoring, but Bellingham knows how to bring other players into the game and help them perform. So it's going to be a good one to watch, because this is a game for the neutrals, especially for the neutrals. If you are not a Madrid fan, this is going to be a good game for you, because it's going to be Giorgio, punch for punch, pound for pound. We are going to see who is going to have the better defense and the better attack.
Because for me, I like Atletico to concede first, because once they concede first, they make the game entertaining. Or I don't know, because they are always a defensive side. They want to come out and attack you first until somehow you score them first. Like look at the game against Barcelona. Even though they scored 2 first, Barcelona scored 4. They have to come out and score another 2. They make games entertaining. But talking about Atletico Madrid, Simeone has actually built a good squad. He has reached the 2 Champions League finals. Problem that you met Real Madrid, pick Real Madrid with Cristiano Ronaldo in that team twice in those finals. I think if you met any other team apart from Real Madrid, no, probably would have had about 2 Champions League in his name. But unfortunately for him, he met Real Madrid, who was in their peak of their powers when they met both of them. One of those Champions League, the first one was heartbreaking, because they conceded in the 93rd minute of that, with that corner, Ramos scoring before they took it to extra time and won that game 4-1. But he has really done well for him. But generally now, do you think there is still right man to take this? It's one of the highest paid coach in the whole. I think he's second or the third highest paid coach in the whole world. Him and Pep. I don't know who is the highest. Do you think that he's still the right man to drive this team forward?
Of course, no doubt. Like, I love what Atletico Madrid did, bringing Torres on to bring in that attacking side, because for me, one of the biggest problems I had with Simeone is that he's too defensive. You are winning. He's not
working. That's defensive. Do you know the defensive tactics or whatever you call it took him to 2 Champions League finals, 1 Europa League.
He would have won one of the 2 if he wasn't so defensive.
2 La Liga titles. Come on, if your method is working.
You win a La Liga title twice when your greatest adversary was having an off-season. It's not a win.
That one twice.
It's not a win. But so kudos to him. He's done well for himself. I'm sure he will want to win a Champions League to kind of complete his trophy all. But this is going to be a test that he's going to have to pass, because Real Madrid are no pushovers. Granted that they are the incumbents in terms of winning the Champions League and all of that, you also need to understand that there are 2 X factors to consider when it comes to Real Madrid. Number one, the fact that even if it's 15 seconds remaining in the game,
they can score.
You have to have your attention on the ground 247 for the full 9. Even the extra 7 minutes or add extra time, you need to have your attention, because once you switch off, it's crazy.
Mastica testify to this particular one that John is saying.
Talking about the 2 goals for Rodrigo in that 5 hours. Crazy,
so let's see what will happen in today's game. It's going to be Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid in the first leg of this Champions League game. Is going to be an interesting game. But now, why part of the reason Mbappe moved from PSG to Real Madrid is to touch that Champions League trophy. He's tried for about 5 years or so with PSG, and he couldn't do it with PSG. He reached only 1 Champions League finals. He could not win it. Bayern Munich won that year. Now he's at Real Madrid. Let's see if he's going to win the Champions League with Real Madrid. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Before we even move on to the next game, let's move on to the YouTube channel. And remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. I'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. We are going to open the phone lines. You can give us your prediction of today's game. But first, let's move on. I'll read some of the comments on our YouTube channel. And Negletus Obi is predicting. Okay, he has his own prediction. Club Brugge versus Aston Villa. He said, "Oh wow." He said Club Brugge will win Aston Villa 1-0. Okay, he said Bayern to win Lille. It's not Bayern that is playing today. It's Borussia Dortmund is going to. Okay, saying Borussia Dortmund is going to play Lille. Win 3-0. He's predicting Real Madrid and Atletico will play a 1-1 draw. PSV and Arsenal 1-1. He's also saying, Mr. Godwin, why do you guys always ignore Rodrigo while mentioning Madrid threats? For me, Rodrigo is so underrated. Yes, Rodrigo is so underrated.
Agreed.
He's got that 2 goals.
Yes, now we were just talking about it right now.
So yes, it's true. Okay, Reggie is welcome to the show. Saying going by the current form of both teams, I don't see Madrid winning Atletico today. Okay, it's also saying all the matches today are going to be interesting. Bayern, it's not Bayern that is. I don't know why everybody is mentioning Bayern. Bayern is playing tomorrow. Okay, Emmanuel Okitibi is saying I still do not see how Arsenal will score a goal anywhere. Okay, talking about Arsenal, Arsenal is going away to Netherlands. They are going to play PSV in that game. Arsenal, remember, Arsenal is without a recognized striker in that team. That means Jesus was injured about second week of January. Arsenal had the whole 3 weeks for them to do something in the January transfer window. They decided to leave it. Now they went on the training in somewhere in Asia, Saudi.
Yeah.
Now Havertz got injured and Havertz is out for the season. So Havertz is not even going to return till early next season.
Of course.
So they are going to play without a striker, and they have been trying Merino in that striking position, and 2 consecutive games they have not scored a particular one shishi. They have not half a goal. They didn't even score a goal that they ruled out of offside. Let's say that they scored one. Now they are going to play the Champions League again, going away to PSV, even though PSV are not that big side. But playing without a striker, what do you think will happen in this game?
You know, I think the most telling thing about the Arsenal setup now is the question they asked Nuno Espirito Santo, that you normally play a 5-man back. When you played Arsenal, you reverted to a 4-man back. He said, of course, yes, that there's no striker of
Arsenal, nobody to score.
You know, for it to be that bad, man, you know that water don't pass Gary in this scenario. Because, and then secondly, Arteta starting Moreno in that position is not helping, because everybody now knows that Moreno is the goal threat for Arsenal going forward.
I don't even a goal threat.
That's if you bring him on as his sub in the 60th minute, he can do something. And you go ahead and you start him, and they first and foremost decimate the guy's legs in the beginning stages of the match, and then he's not able to even score. So I just feel like, you know, even when everything was nice and dandy, you had the Saka, you had the Jesus, you had the Havertz.
You need a striker.
You needed a striker then. Then out of the 2 of them, 2 of those players are out. You still know you need it. Man, it's crazy.
In that striking position, let me explain what it means for us now. In that attacking position, Saka is out, Martinelli is out. They are out of that for a while now. Now you have Jesus is out. Havertz have that's your 4 starters are out. And the problem is that Saka was out before. Martinelli was around end of January. So you had time. Actually, you had time to buy a player. What Arsenal was looking for, buy us a striker.
Simple.
Even if na loan, just bring us one player on loan. Let's be managed. Let's say that you brought in a loan.
They could have brought in Matistel on loan. They could have brought in Rashford on loan. They could have brought in a couple of other players on loan. But none of those. And you know the annoying part about this is that you know that you are not planning is when you allow situations like this meet you unprepared.
Doesn't make sense.
You could have kept Chido Obi Martins, right? You could have kept him in the setup. You could have kept a couple of those young players in the side, and you let them go, believing that you have who? Jesus and Havertz. Market now.
It doesn't make sense. How can you play a Champions League game like in this? I don't even have to explain that. As an Arsenal fan, how do you even explain this thing that's happening at Arsenal? You are going to this next round without all your four main strikers attacking position. Especially for Saka that is out injured, you could have replaced him in January. You can replace your strike, especially that number 9 position. You could have just brought in anybody. Even if you bring Igalo from wherever he is, I'll let him go and play for 6 months. It would have been better. Bring any player on loan. Let it be that it did not work. But Arsenal fan will say, okay, at least you try. You know that January, in quotes, you don't really get the big stars in January. It's hard. But if you have brought, there are options everywhere you would have brought in to help out this situation. But talking about this game, what do you expect to happen there? Do you think that Arsenal can win this game without a striker?
You know, it's going to be a tough one. Can they win? Of course they can win. What's his name? Somebody just has to get a lucky goal or get a penalty shot and you get a goal. The question is, can they defend PSV when PSV come out all out attacking?
I think Arsenal defense is not a problem. The problem is the fun to score a goal.
The problem is not the defense, agreed. But the issue is Arsenal, when they are under pressure from the opposing team, they start breaking down in terms of communication. And then, like, for example, you start seeing them caving under pressure. That's where I'm going to. If you are going to play these guys, of course, you know that if normally you had Saka and you had Havertz coming into this game, it will be a different ball game. Everybody knows you have a liability up front in the attack. You can't score. So the team is going to come out, play more attacking, try and get more opportunities, and you know that you are going to have to sit deep and defend, and you can't even hope to hit on the break, because who are you going to send that ball forward up front to make the runs for you?
Moreno.
Yeah.
Okay, look at Arsenal options now. Who do you think should start in that attacking there? Now, if you look at the options they have Sterling, they have Trossard. Who is there? Okay, and Moreno. I think just this. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. But for this game, I don't know what Arsenal is going to do. I don't know what Arteta is going to do. But Saka is always almost back from injury, but hopefully he's going to make it to the next round. If Arsenal find a way somehow to qualify to beat PSV in this game, probably Saka will be back to the next game. But him and Martinelli, but it's still not enough. But
It's
finally,
not enough, man.
even if they survive, do you think that Arsenal will win the Champions League? Remember, if Arsenal win this one, they are playing either Real Madrid or Atletico. So it still has to be tough game for them. So it's going to be tough. But do you think Arsenal can find a way just to win the Champions
You
League?
know, until we get there, we'll never know. But for now, you just have to focus on the PSV in your front right now, because if you can't beat PSV, there's no point dreaming for not quarterfinals or semi-finals. Win your PSV, and then secondly, hope that Martinelli or someone else can come back from injury faster, because the team needs them right now. When Ateta said that you are going to look within the team to find a solution, I know that this is how it's going to play out. This is yet going to be another season where you are going to have a fantastic opportunity to win titles, and you abscond and throw away all the opportunities given to you because of poor planning. It's poor planning. Normal Arsenal will be jumping at the bit to beat PSV. Normal Arsenal will not be worried about Real Madrid because they beat Real Madrid at home before. Normal Arsenal will not be worried about 9 points between them and Liverpool, because they know that they can win their games and take that point difference down. But unfortunately for this Arsenal side, who is going to do that? They don't even have a Messiah in the under 18s that are going to say, okay,
The only one they have,
last time
they sold
around,
him.
yes, last time around they brought in a young Saka into the setup. Saka made his breakthrough in Arteta's was it first or second season, and he has stayed ever since. Who is the next young gun going to break through?
Okay, let's see what Arsenal is going to be sad for if Arsenal, the PSG actually knock out Arsenal in this round, because Arsenal is supposed to, supposed to be one of the teams that everybody expects to reach the next round of games. But the situation of Arsenal is bad. It's very, very bad, especially in that attacking position. In the last two games, they have not scored a single goal, even though they didn't play last weekend. So they have enough rest. So you not say that you are tired or whatever. You didn't play in the weekend, so you have a week plus to rest for this particular game. So let's see if they are going to find a way to beat PSV. For PSV in Holland, they are doing well. Well, hopefully they are going to be hoping to beat Arsenal too, because they are playing at home. But let's see what happens in that game. That game is happening 9 p.m. Okay, the final game in the Champions League today is Borussia Dortmund will play Lille in the final game of we are going to discuss today. Borussia Dortmund reached the Champions League final last season. So now they are in this round of 16 against Lille, but Lille have not really done well in their league, but Champions League is different. Borussia Dortmund have not done well in their league, but Champions League is different. Even last season, they did not really do well. I think they finished fourth or third in their league last season, but to qualify for the Champions League. But they reached the finals, even though their form in the league wasn't actually good. The form this year is not good again, but they are playing Lille. Both of them, I won't call them too heavyweight, but they are somewhere around. If they are here, as I said before, it's by merit. So, but in this game, what do you expect to happen in this game?
It's going to be a tough one. You know, Lille have Jonathan David up front for them. They have a couple of others. What's his name now? Angel Gomez that played for England under Lee Carsley in the setup as well.
Don't have Guirassy.
They have Guirassy. They have Adeyemi. They have a couple of other players within the setup. So it's going to be, for me, it's going to be highly in favor of Dortmund for this one.
At least they are playing at home.
At least they are playing at home, but it's in their favor, this one. But don't count out Lille, because they can come from anywhere. We've seen their record in the Champions League this season so far already. They've beat a couple of big sides, so it's not going to be a cakewalk at all.
Let's see what happens in that game. But if you look at that game in general, who do you think will win this game? Borussia Dortmund might win it because they are playing at home. But as you say, Lille is not.
Lille, yeah.
They have a David there that can score goals. they have Borussia Dortmund have a goal. Are you expecting a huge number of goals in this game?
Yeah, it depends. It depends one on the defense side of the game, who has the better defense, and then who is also able to create more chaos in the side. It's all going to boil down to that, because at the end of the day, you need to have a better team that is compact, that knows how to play compact football, and then you know how to mitigate the other person's advances. If you saw in their last game the way they played, they were able to hold up that midfield. If you can possess the midfield, you can determine the flow of the game, and then from there you can now go forward, create your chances, and then conserve when you have to. But it's going to be won and lost in the midfield today.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Okay, John, before again we move to our YouTube to read some of the comments on our YouTube. Let's get your prediction for all this game happening today. Let's start with Club Brugge and Aston Villa. Who wins today?
For me, I'm going to back Villa. It's going to be a tight one. It could end up being a 1-1 draw, but I'm going to back Villa.
Okay, for Real Madrid, the Madrid derby, who is going to win, Real Madrid or Atletico? Or is it a draw, a win for Madrid? Madrid is playing at home, so they probably have a chance to win.
For me, they are playing at home, but I'm going to back Atletico.
Give me your score line for this one.
Atletico 2-0.
2-0. Oh, Real Madrid is not scoring today. Okay. Mbappe, you don't hear him now. Do something for me. Shame John today. Okay, for PSV and Arsenal, what's your score line for that game?
PSV Arsenal, it could well be a 0-0 draw.
Oh, okay.
Could well be a 0-0
a draw game. Okay, finally, Borussia Dortmund and Lille. Give me your score line for that one.
Grassy on the score sheet. Borussia Dortmund winning it 2-1.
Okay, on our YouTube channel, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. After this comment on our YouTube, I'm going to open the phone line for you to call in and tell us your prediction for the Champions League game happening today. On our YouTube channel, Emmanuel is saying, okay, let's start with Anacletus. Anacletus is saying, if Arsenal survive this stage, let them draw against Bayern Munich of Baka. Make them go rest. This club make them. Okay, this club make. Okay. This club matter. They text me. Make them kukuma rest. I think they are not going to play both teams. I think they are playing either Real Madrid or Atletico. If they qualify in the next round, so it's still going to be a tough for them. For Emmanuel Okitibi is saying they overplayed Havertz and it had backfired. Seeing Sterling pinches my stomach. I still don't see how Arsenal will score a goal anywhere. Emmanuel is also saying they had all the options of taking a loan, but they waited to the end of waited to the end to bid for a striker that the only striker in Villa. So he's saying that he's predicting Arsenal to lose. He's also saying I 100% blame Arteta. He released Smith Rowe, Vieira, Nketiah, Nelson, and brought in Sterling. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Finally, he's saying they better leave now, else Madrid will destroy the remaining prestige they have. Okay, let's see what happens with Aston. Okay, let's open the phone line. The number to call is 0706 048 5853, or alternatively, you can call 0915 570 8347. Let's take the first call.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, gentlemen and gentlemen in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes, on your Vitalis, Manchester Stafford Bridge,
Oh.
aka Akan
Normally.
Okay, what is
Welcome
your
back.
You know you disappeared. You disappeared. You just started playing.
I went to command. I got right Enzo Marokwa.
Okay, what is your contribution?
That Arsenal game versus
PSV.
Arsenal win them properly. Yes. PSV is not a threat, because when they get that draw, I don't say that Arsenal are going to win PSV. But if they qualify, I don't know whether they will still go far between Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. But PSG will be easy defeat to them. We see what will happen today.
Okay.
I know that they are having issue of strikers issue or something like that, injury everywhere. But I thought that I know what he can do. I'm not an Arsenal fans, but I know that Arsenal are going to win PSG. That one is sure. Because I don't play some.
Okay, don't play some. Okay. Yes.
Real Madrid is not a form now. I think will pinch them. This team has been an arrival. So I think going to sabi within the sabi. Real Madrid sabi within the sabi. So I think believe that Atletico have always played defensive game. They're going to hold them responsible.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, try and qualify for Champions League first with Chelsea.
We are going to qualify. No, I'm telling you honestly. We will not qualify. We chase as Morocco away.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, call us and tell us your prediction for today's game is going to be about, especially for that Madrid game. Two Madrid teams playing two giants. Actually, both of them are giants. If you talk about football, Champions League football, Simeone has built a giant, and Real Madrid is going to be Real Madrid forever. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good
Name and
morning.
location, please.
Yeah, good morning, John.
Good morning.
Okay.
You know, I told you.
No, okay, now say it's not here today. What is your prediction for today's game?
Yeah, my name is Cody Kozo.
Okay, Pedro.
Okay.
For today's match is that my second club, Madrid, is going to get the result Vegas at Madrid.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it is going to be a very big match, but I see them coming out with a good result. And for us now, who is going to score for them if they don't have a striker?
That's the question.
They will be going to be using midfield as a striker, Mikel Merino. I don't think I'm coming out in that match because PSG is a good side. If they cannot catch the Juventus, they can still knock out Arsenal. So it's better for Arsenal to just lose that match instead of coming to face Real Madrid in the quarter final.
Okay.
Because it's going to be embarrassing. So I think, and who is playing again?
Real Madrid are playing an Atletico.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid is going to win.
Okay, okay, Dortmund and Lille is playing. Borussia Dortmund and Lille is playing.
Dortmund is going to win.
Then,
Is it today that Aston Villa that?
yeah,
Yes, today
Club
too.
Brugge is playing Aston Villa too.
Yes, Aston Villa will win.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution. Yeah, thank you. Okay. 0706-048-5853. Your prediction for today's Champions League games. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Engineer Deshino from Council.
Engineer Deshino, what is your contribution about Arsenal? I know you have a whole lot of things to talk about Arsenal.
John already said everything up.
Okay.
You don't need to patch your trouser. You know that it's leaking. The next thing is to change it.
Mm-hmm.
What I will just say, what is killing Atata and put the whole Arsenal in horrible corner today is overconfidence.
Yes.
I'm telling you
Okay.
the reality.
Okay.
It's overconfidence.
It makes sense.
But I'm seeing something in Champions League of this season. During the time as Snapfinger, you will have some difficulty, and nobody gives space to Arsenal in 2-6. Even though for me, where I inherited that club through my dad.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
That's nice. Okay.
I'm not believe that Arsenal can survive to play final in 2-6.
Yes.
Because of that,
Yes.
I travel from Enugu to Lagos to go and watch final
Wow.
in Lagos. That's I'm telling you, honestly speaking. And that's why I cry. But that was when I carried out. But you see today,
Mm-hmm.
as John say, that was John just said, only thing they can survive us today. He let Atata bend a head with the player and let them work with one spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Two, if we are especially qualified to the next round, for me, I prefer to play Atletico Madrid.
Before.
Of course, sir.
Why? It's easy for us not to play Atletico Madrid. We have played them in Champions League, we have played them in Europa.
Mm.
And we know how the game is. Beat Arsenal is just a young good. I think defeat us in first leg in Europa before we go and play draw.
Yes.
And you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
So I prefer to play Diego Simeone more than Ancelotti.
Okay.
Ancelotti know the secret of English club because he be there before.
Mm.
Are you understand?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yes.
So that's it. Today, I believe that Arsenal can do something.
All right, thank you very much. All right, thank you
Alright.
very much. Okay, let's see if Arsenal is going to win today. Okay, let's move out to our YouTube channel and read some of the comments we have. I think we have a new person that joined us on our YouTube, Joseph Kennedy Chukwuhurunanya. So that's a lovely name. He said, I am not hopeful for on Arsenal at all. Everybody is not hopeful. No striker. So we are not hopeful. And Niels
But
too.
you're expecting a miracle. Though.
And News 2 is saying Hala Madrid. Okay, remember guys, you can also subscribe to our channels. We do this every day, Monday to Saturday here at Volt FM Sports. Okay, let's take more calls. Okay, so probably put it on hold. Okay, 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us your prediction for today's game. Okay, talking about Arsenal. Okay, let's take this call because Arsenal is going to trying to bring in a new sports director in that team. So before I talk about it in a few minutes. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Okay, what's your contribution? Okay. All right, thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. You disappeared since Chelsea started losing. You disappeared. You know, but Chelsea fans are just disappeared since they started losing
submarine
games.
fans.
They don't disappear until now. They are now surfacing gradually. Let's see if Chelsea can do something. Okay, let's take a few more calls before we read some of the comments on our YouTube channel. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please. I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. Okay, this is Pastor Gordon from Benue State.
Okay, what is your contribution?
I think Arsenal they're going to win for this match.
Okay.
But they will win.
Mm.
And then one other thing are playing today is Real Madrid and
Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
That match is going to be the match of the day.
That's exactly.
Yes, I see a draw.
Okay.
I'm not prophesying, but it's going to be a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should stop tagging Chelsea fans as runaway fans.
Mm-hmm.
We are very
Active.
very passionate about our club.
Yes,
So
and yes,
when
I
it's
know.
happening wrongly, we tend to be, go into our chef and then consult our oracle and then come back. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you very much. Okay. We are not talking to Chelsea fans. We are just saying that all of them disappeared because Chelsea are not doing well again. But let's see if they are going to qualify for the Champions League. Okay. Talking about Arsenal is looking to bring in a new sporting director. Edu left since middle of last season. I don't have any sporting director. Now they are bringing Andrea Beta from Atletico Madrid. He was one that actually helped Simeone to control these teams. For many years, he has been beating these teams, so he's going to probably move into Arsenal. I think it's a good deal. If you look at his work at Atletico, even though they have bought a whole lot of players, and most of them worked. So him coming to Arsenal, I think it's going to be a good thing for Arsenal. I think he needs to come now, watch the players. So in the summer, they can know the kind of player. He and Mateta can work together to know the kind of players they will buy. What do you think about the guy?
For me, I think I just hope, or would I say hope now? I'm wishing they have the kind of relationship Edu and Ateta had, which means having the same philosophy for the club, having the same ideal for the type of players they want to bring to the club and to make the club about, rather than just signing players because there is money and of course you need to bring in a player.
Okay, let's see if he's going to come in and transform Arsenal. Arsenal needs a sporting director and they are trying to get in one. So let's see if he's going to help. Okay, let's take the final call before we end the show. Yeah, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution? Madrid will suffer. Okay. Okay.
And so they will suffer, but they will still qualify. Why fast? They cannot cause any trouble. Very true, they accept this. Apart from that, no trouble. PSV should not worry at all.
Okay.
So that's the way it needs to be for them.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Okay, away from the Champions League in MPFA game that was played yesterday, Shooting Stars yesterday played like 0-0 draw with Rivers United. Academy was won 1-0 against Lobi Stars, and Aqua United beating Castan United 1-0. That's the result in the MPFL. Okay, let's close with our YouTube channel. Comments on our YouTube. Finally, on our YouTube, Judah Onunko is saying all these Chelsea fans should better pray as wins today. Make their fifth position. Okay, make their fifth position, sure. Something. Okay, and is finally saying the voices of the faithful departed are back again. Chelsea fans has resurrected. Make una try qualify for Europa next season. Make una no dream for Champions League. There is no spot for Chelsea. Okay, let's see if Maresca can drive them, because that Champions League spot, if you look at from third, where Nottingham Forest sits, till about 9th or 10th, where Aston Villa is about just 4 or 5 points difference. So it's going to be a fierce battle. Who is going to qualify for that top 4? So let's see if Chelsea can make it, if City or Nottingham Forest or any other team in that position can make the Champions League next season. But for today, it's going to be Champions League games everywhere, especially that Real Madrid and Atletico is going to be the biggest game today. So let's sit down today and enjoy football, because Champions League is the pinnacle of club football anywhere around the world. So today is going to be an exceptional day for us sports lovers. Okay, tomorrow we'll come back again and talk about these games that happen today and other games that is happening tomorrow. Today, let's hope that today is going to give us a lovely game. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. Thank you for all our new subscribers. Remember to subscribe to our channel at Volt FM Sport. Click that subscribe button and put on the notification. We are live here every day, 8 a.m. We are live here at Volt FM Sports. My name is Godwin. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM,
where music meets the voltage.
Take a break and enjoy the show.
Sports.
Now Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great
Entertainment.
The voice of the faithful departed.
News and politics.
Enugu State governor has sent us the electricity bill.
Gospel.
And let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Odinibo.
Daalụ na ndị be anyị ekene m unu Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ unu a na-eme nke ọfụma.
Awesome programs.